Right, well, Dennis, welcome to our Cannes Captures podcast here that we're doing in lovely, warm Cannes. I appreciate you being on our podcast. How's everything going for you so far?
Thank you, Dan. I'm happy to be on.
Yeah.
We've been having a great 2 days already. It's obviously very hot, but it's great fun. We're super busy having a lot of meetings back to back. It's great to be here.
Yeah, well, great to have you here. Well, Dennis, it'd be great if you wouldn't mind firstly just introducing yourself, though, and of course telling us a bit about Showheroes Group.
Sure. So my name is Dennis Kirschner. I'm the CMO and co-founder of Showheroes Group. We're a global leader in video advertising solutions. We're mainly focusing on contextual targeting technology, proprietary content, and AI-powered delivery of such in our network. And I'm also heading our the Digital Distillery, which is a content and events platform.
Yeah.
We use that to facilitate very specific exchange between C-level executives in the industry.
Yeah, amazing. I know you have a big sort of production side of the business, and you've got one of your videographers here around us today who's very much intimidating me with my very low budget equipment. But I know you've got a few of you guys here.
He's harmless, but he does an excellent job.
I'm sure he does. He'll probably teach me a few things after this, right?
We can have a chat about that, for sure.
Amazing. But no, I hear your last time in Cannes was a few years ago, of course, and back this year. So I'd love to know, how are you finding Cannes this time, and maybe what's changed from obviously when you were here before?
Yeah, I think the last time I've been here personally was pre-pandemic, so certainly a lot of things have changed for the industry and Cannes as an event. But predominantly what I noticed, it has grown a lot in recent years. And I think us being originally a company that stems from Germany, Cannes is becoming ever more relevant to us. So that's sort of an ongoing development that we see the peak of this year, obviously. I think certainly next year it's going to be even more relevant. We've had good talks already about, what's going to happen here next year, potentially.
Yeah.
So, it's great to be here, like I said, and it's obviously growing year by year, and a good place to be.
Absolutely. Well, can you tell me more about that? When you say ever more relevant, what do you mean by relevant? So what conversations are you having at the moment?
So I think what unites most of us here this week is obviously the dominance of AI as one of the big prevailing topics that we see in pretty much any panel, all the programming, all the meetings. It always comes up at a certain point.
Yeah.
Because I think people are still very much grappling with the question, of the impact of AI on their very individual slice of the industry or their niche and their workflows. However, I will say, compared to last year, and my team was here on the ground, obviously our CEO Ilan was here. We saw that last year many people were talking predominantly about what's out there in terms of availability of tools in the AI world. A lot of things bubbled up on a daily basis. So everybody was scrambling to get an overview and understand which is what,
Yes.
And I genuinely feel like this year we have come a step further in that we see first real world implementations on an operational level that are actually generating results and KPIs that are measurable and helping businesses along the way.
Yeah, no, it's so exciting, isn't it? And I'm even more excited to see where we will be next year, right? You see the advancements in that time, but AI is being talked about so much for sure. Well, maybe tell me, what's one thing though in your industry specifically that's happening at the moment that maybe you'd like to share with us? Is there anything in particular?
Sure, of course. I think obviously, from our perspective, you always have to keep the supply and the demand side in mind at the same time. So I will say on the demand side, you obviously have these ongoing prevailing topics of signal loss, brand safety. People are looking for reliable targeting solutions. And we are obviously heavily experts in contextual targeting technology because we believe that's a very viable alternative to the loss of cookies that we're all experiencing in a very dragging process, right? But that's definitely an ongoing topic. And as I mentioned, brand safety as well alongside that. The role of open web premium publishing in that space. So that would be the demand side. And then on the supply side, I think obviously connecting the dots, there are some more imminent issues that, people are talking about here as well. For instance, how search traffic is starting to break away from new AI tools in Google's AI mode. That's basically an issue for some publishers. And I think we have a specific angle on that because I will say, if you're very dependent on search traffic, you are probably looking at a strategy on how to improve your brand, because strong brands pull direct traffic to their website, right? So what are you going to do about that? You have to up your editorial concept, maybe offer video solutions. You know, we have a full stack for that available, including content, obviously. So I think these are some of the more imminent questions that publishers have been talking to us about, seeing how the search traffic is changing right now at a very rapid pace, and how to cope with that.
That's so interesting. And I've been hearing the same, is, you know, people are going to ChatGPT to plan them their next holiday rather than going on to, you know, Timeout or whatever it might be, right? So you're saying that the way that they could help improve that is help improve their brand so they get more direct traffic, right? Is that what you're addressing?
Yes, okay. You have to have a very convincing offering and with quality content that is genuine and authentic. And I think you can achieve that in different ways, sustaining your editorial team, investing in a video strategy. Those kind of topics will definitely help.
Okay, absolutely. Well, that sounds great. Amazing. Well, sorry about the passerby there. We'll ignore that. We are filming here live in Cannes, so we're going to get that, but we're all good with that. Well, look, it'd be great to maybe finish on looking forward, always thinking about the future here. And I know you mentioned earlier about the evolution of AI in the last 12 months. Where do you see, you know, if we were having this conversation here in 12 months' time, what do you think we'll be talking about then? You know, what's next?
AI for sure.
Yes.
Once again, you know, it's been a wild ride for all of us. These technologies are developing at a very rapid pace. So I wouldn't want to make any projections as far as, you know, what is that specifically going to look like in 12 months from now. We've seen huge leaps now in not only text and image, but also video technology in that space. So that's obviously very interesting and has a lot of potential to us as a business. So I'm very much looking forward to see where we will be in 12 months. But I think one very important fact is that what will not have changed in 12 months, and that's, I think, the essential part of Cannes as an experience, as you were asking in the beginning, which is, it's in the end, it's always about the people, you know. Even creative concepts, when you work on client solutions, in the end, the AI can help and accelerate, and I think that's the homework we all have to do now to accelerate those workflows.
To embrace
but in the end, you still need humans to make that call and say, you know, is it strategically relevant? Is there a cultural fit? Those kind of things. What brand building actually means. Those are still humans in that process. And then it comes here down to the grid, to the ground, how people meet and have conversations like we do right now. I find that is the most valuable part to Cannes. Running into people at the La Croisette, having spontaneous conversations. There are deals actually being made in those setups. So I think that'll prevail. That's going to be the same in a year from now. I really hope so. And I'll definitely be back.
Well, I'll see you next year. Okay, so Dennis, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.